Hey, how's everybody doing out there tonight? It's just me hanging out again. Don't know what we're going to talk about tonight. I haven't really got a specific uh, topic. Hey, can you see my? I'm trying to grow a little mustache and goatee thing here. What do you guys think about that? Huh? You should let me know about that. All right. There's. Let's see. What India's a mess. COVID's tearing the country apart. I have no idea what's going to happen there. Down here, Saturday I was supposed to get my second shot for the vaccine, and that didn't happen because when we got to the clinic, it was closed because they were expecting protests for politics. They got them. They were protesting tax reform. The president pulled the tax reform package off the table, so now they're just protesting for whatever, you know. I'm the president. I'm going to use that against the people, and that's gonna cause some real problems down the road. But this is Colombia. You know, South America is somewhat different. You know, they don't have it good here. You know, I mean, the level of poverty is ridiculous. I mean, you can when I lived in the city of Bayo, when I lived inside the city itself, I lived in what they call the Manchester section of the city. And what I learned in walking around, because we would walk everywhere, you know, I can't do that anymore, but not because it's dangerous, just because I just physically can't walk up and down the hills in the town anymore. But one of the things that would happen, and I would talk to people about this, and you know, they didn't understand that. You could go down the street and see all this beautiful little apartments, all nice and clean, and walk around the corner, and there's poverty. I mean, like you've never seen it before. You know, it's ridiculous. We were riding someplace back then. I can't remember where it was. It was in Medellin or Bayo. It was a section of the town, and one of the things that surprised us was this. You're talking about a ghetto. You're talking about they got nothing. These people, you know. But every third or fourth house had a uh, what do you call it? A direct TV antenna on it. I mean, that was, you know, they had to have their cable. They couldn't feed their kids. They're out begging for food. You know, uh, I ran into some. We never have them come up here, but a bunch of indigenous people came up. Indigenous people are the native Indians, you know, and I got no problem with them as a rule. But this one girl, I stopped him. I stopped him from destroying a bird's nest because actually Antonia did it because she likes the birds that are there. And what happened was the one little girl, one of the youngest little girls, just looked up at me, got this real angry face, and said, "Money." And I said, "No." I mean, she's standing there holding you know, a boom box. She's got all brand new. They all got brand new clothes on and everything, and she's screaming money at me. I said, "You know, go away." You know? And they harassed everybody on the street up there. I don't know what anybody did about it, but that was, you know, I don't like that. You know, I know they got it hard, but you know, why did they come to the city? I mean, they're pretty well off. They're not well off, but they're better where they are. They don't have risk getting beaten and kicked and stomped and everything like they do when they come to the city. So I don't know. You know, they had obviously had money to get on a bus to get to where I live. So I don't know how much it cost because they came from Medellin. I think I'm not sure where the bus came from, but it was one of the Medellin buses. Um, So that takes care of that part of it. How about the football draft? Everybody okay with that? You know, I saw that the Patriots got a brand new quarterback. They didn't have to do anything to get it. They didn't have to make any trades or anything. They got a quarterback. That's pretty neat, I think. You know, I think that'll do them some good. I don't think Cam Newton was the answer. I don't know. I'm not real sure the depth chart on that team or anything else, but I liked Belichick as a coach. He was the coach of the defensive coach of the Giants when they went to the Super Bowl. So, I gotta kind of like the guy. Whether anybody else does, I don't really care. Um, so let's see. What do we can talk about here if you want the politics that goes on down here. It's pretty much the same as it is anywhere else, except that the level of corruption down here is much higher, much higher down here. And they don't pull any punches. It's like the old days, when you were driving to the people that lived in Georgia or Ohio or someplace, these small towns out in the middle of nowhere, and they'd have a mayor, and they knew when they wanted to build something or something, they'd have to go pay a couple people off. That was just normal doing business. Well, that's sort of similar to that down here. From what I can gather, small businesses on the main street pay a protection money to the gangsters. I'm not sure if that's still going on. That was going on when I first moved here. I don't know whether that's still going on, because the gangs that were involved in that are now controlling the Medellin cartel. So they've gone up a few levels of violence and everything like that. A cop got killed in those protests. I think Friday or Saturday. Yeah, that was kind of that's kind of bad. Anytime the cop gets killed, you're gonna have problems. I don't know what they're going to do for revenue to do anything down here. The thing, they allow illegal mining, and I don't understand how that works. Why would they allow people to come down here to take emeralds and gold and other precious metals out of the ground illegally and not really do anything about it? And trust me, they're not hiding. I mean, they got some of these poachers got big pieces of machinery down there and everything. But that's the government. I talked to some police officers. They're good guys. They really are. They joined the police force rather than go into the army for 2 years or something. They make a career out of it. They're fairly well paid. They can afford apartments and stuff like that. It's I guess there's some sort of benefit or package. I don't really know. I don't have enough gift of the language to go into that. So I really don't know. But their biggest problem is that when it comes to enforcing the law, is that their superiors are so corrupt that it's a waste of time and energy, and sometimes their lives, to go in and try and do this stuff. There are supposedly elite units down here. I've never seen them, I know that the Army's been over here a couple of times running patrols, because the Mayor Bayo lives over here, and apparently he gets a few threats every once in a while. But the guy that's supposedly going to run against Duque, who's the president right now down here, is I forgot, the Petro, I think his name is. I think that's it. I might be wrong, but he was the mayor of. He's like 2 mayors ago of Bogota, and they wanted to put him in jail then because he was so corrupt and he had so many weird deals going. And now he's the leading candidate to be the next president. He's an ex-rebel, and he's an ex-communist, or he's still a communist. Who knows? I don't know. I don't think he's a good idea. I don't think there's any idea, I don't know the people down here. I don't know the candidates and whatnot, I just know people. I know the people where I live, and I make the new ones that move into the area. When I walk my dog, that's one of the things about walking the dog. You get to meet everybody, and I talk to them, and those that speak any kind of English, or where we can make some sort of conversation, try to understand each other, and they're very nice, and they're hardworking. The ones that aren't nice, the ones that are arrogant or strut around like they're the crooks, they're the gangsters, and those are just people you just ignore. I've seen strange things around here, but you just let it go. There's nothing I can do anything about it. As long as they leave me alone, I don't care. And I think that's the attitude of everybody down here. As long as you're left alone, you don't care, and that creates problems. What are you gonna do? I can't do. I can't do anything about it. Nobody's gonna listen to me. I'm not. I'm not a citizen of Colombia. So, but between the protests and COVID, life's getting very complicated. And I have no idea when I'm going to get the second shot now because things are still closed down. The main highways are closed down. Um, so they can't move stuff around. I really don't know what's going to happen. Um, this government is really based. It's funny. You look at this and they say, well, they have to get rid of cocaine. They should get rid of cocaine. Well, this isn't the only country that has this problem. Bolivia, Peru, they also have this problem with the cocaine growing cocaine, processing cocaine, and whatnot. Cartels and running the country, and it's like this: if they leave, if you wipe them out, you run them out, then you got a problem because your economy is going to crash. Between the illegal mines and everything, and cocaine, and all the other illegal shit that goes on down here, you destroy the cartel. You'll destroy the economy of this country because uh, there's like 5 families that run that are somewhat legal businessmen. They're very, very rich. They're worth in the neighborhood of $1 billion or more dollars, and they launder the money. So this is a big business down here. Laundering money, growing cocaine, selling cocaine, shipping cocaine. It's a big business. So again, I'm not involved in any of that. It's but they spray this chemical that the DuPont makes it or something. I can't even pronounce it, but it's basically like an Agent Orange. It causes cancer, and that there are always fights about whether should we spray, should we not spray. Who knows? It's that's just the way things are. I wouldn't do it, but see, with the drug cartels all over South America and Central America and everything like that, and that you have the motorcycle gangs running meth laboratories in the middle of the deserts in the United States. And I'm sitting there going, I said, well, we've got these drones, we've got all this technology, um, satellites, spy satellites, and everything else. We could find these guys, send a drone in, wipe out a lab, wipe out a gang, whatever. We could destroy the FARC. We could destroy, and it doesn't make any sense that it's not done. So there has to be a reason why they're not doing it. And I think it's an economical reason where this country is concerned. But the rest of the world, I don't know. The United States is a mess right now, even though Biden's doing a fairly good job. He wants to do. He's got a very optimistic type programs going up there, and I'm not sure how he's going to do with that. They took a survey, and 70% of the Republican Party still believes that Biden lost the election. That's strange. I don't understand that, where they get their information from, And I'm an outsider, and I get my information from the world news organizations as well as the local news organizations up there off the internet and whatnot. And I can't find a single bit of shred of evidence to prove that. So that surprises me. Down here, if you want real news, you have to get it from outside. Apparently, there was a reporter on the morning news and morning and lunch hour news, and she was a legitimate reporter. She had worked for CNN in New York and Washington D.C. and whatnot, so she was legit. And she said so. I don't know what she said. I missed the show or I missed what had happened, but she said something about the president, and 2 days later she was gone, fired, by, terminated, nowhere to be found. You know, and it turns out that I believe it's Carlos Slim, who's a millionaire, Mexican millionaire, involving the communications business, owns a good chunk of the station. He's good friends with President Duque. He's also one of the largest money launderers in the world, supposedly. I don't know. You hear rumors. You don't know things. It's hard to deal with stuff when it's rumors and you don't really know what's going on. You know. Let's see. What else are we talking about now? Well, I showed you the wood carvings and stuff I've been doing. I try to, I do a little bit of that every once in a while. I've got this horrible rash. I don't know whether you can tell by looking at my eyes. They're all red and flaky and everything else, and I got this goofy thing. Where is it? This nasty looking patch on my arm. I have no idea what's going on with that. Where I got it, how I got it. Nothing seems to work. And, it's right now it's hard to get to a specialist anyhow, unless you're dying. And right now you can't. It's like you can't even get a doctor's appointment. They had a doctor's appointment for me for 6:30 in the morning, and I said, "Yeah, right. I got a dog to take care of in the morning. I can't go out at 6:30 in the morning. And then wait, and then wait 3 or 4 months to go to see a specialist. And I researched most of what I have in terms of what this is. I don't know what exactly it is, but I do know that there's nothing you can do except put Vaseline on it and whatnot, and maybe it'll go away, maybe it'll come back. It could be from these particular glasses that I'm wearing right now. These are brand new glasses, and that's when it came in. That's when it started. So, you know, we'll see. We'll see. I know I'm probably boring some people right now, but that's the way it goes. What can I tell you? I told you I did the 3 for free last week. I was talking about that, the music thing I do. I enjoy that. I'm finding old rock and roll, psychedelic rock and roll bands now, and I'm putting that up. And it's a little bit of research I do that's cool. Trying to think of what else I can talk about right now. Oh, the internet itself is having problems down here. It slows down, stops. Who knows? They sent technicians out to take a look at our TVs. They didn't solve any problems. They just gave us some new equipment and said, "Don't worry about it." And I said, "Yeah." This is the way things are done down here. There's no sense of urgency from anybody down here. You talk to people and they tell you, this is one of the happiest countries in the world, number 3 or 4 or something like that. And I think it's because they drink a lot, but they can't drink a lot anymore. The bars are closed during the night and whatnot. It's like I think they're open this week. I'm not sure how this works, but I know from Thursday to Sunday till Monday morning, you have to. From 8 o'clock at night to 5 in the morning. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. There's a quarantine, curfew. You can't go out. You come out and walk the streets with me at 5 or 6 o'clock around here, and people all over the place. Because the exceptions are if you're going traveling to and from work, and if you have a dog. And there's oh God, you have no idea how many dogs are around here right now. You pick a breed, that breed is present on my street. You know, And we have a stray every once in a while. There's a stray husky that was around for a while. She when I decided I was going to bring her home, she disappeared and didn't come back. But she had one eye, and she was so sweet, and she got along so well with. And Antonio wouldn't touch her, wouldn't hurt her. So I said that's cool. Maybe my wife would probably threaten to leave me, which is at this stage of the game, it's no big deal. So you know that ought to. She if any of you guys that know her see this, that should start World War III. Actually, World War IV. World War III already started. I have no idea what it's about. So we go back to. I guess we go back to. Well, I don't know. Nobody makes any comments or anything. You can. I have this thing that's this live chat, and I don't know. I don't know how to. I guess I'm doing it right. I don't know. You know. Um, I guess if you're watching me, you can live chat. Which, since nobody's chatting, I guess nobody's watching me. Well, I don't have many views of this. I don't get many views on any of the videos that I do. I enjoy doing them. I'm not trying to turn out something 100% professional. I'm just trying to have conversations about something. Um, I worry about things like. I may live in another country, but I worry about the United States and what's going on up there and how my friends are doing, and um, because of this anti-everything policy the far right has right now, and I worry about my Hispanic friends. I worry about my Asian relatives. I don't know. I don't know if anybody. Some people worry about me. I'm one of those afterthoughts. Because like if I told you, if you die in Colombia, you're cremated the next day. So buried or cremated the next day. It's like a Jewish thing. It's like the Jews. But they don't hang you around because there's no refrigeration. They can't keep the bodies fresh, and I don't think they embalm them, to be quite honest with you. So it's a rapid process. Um, But I have this thing that case people, it keeps blinking on and off. Like one person shows up. I hope that's the same person. I hope I hope maybe it's the censors. I get censored a lot. My wife censors me. My dog censors me. Um, who else censors me? Facebook censors me. That's always cool. Go to Facebook jail or something, or you find out you can't post this particular item or what have you. I found out that where their marketplace was concerned, that there are people there that if one or two people complain and they're very adamant about it, they'll come after you. They don't need 1,000 people to complain. You're not going against. Um, they'll tell you they'll say that you're going against the standards of there's. Then you see some of the other stuff. I put artwork up and they turned it down. Said it was here. I'll show you. See, I posted this for sale on the Facebook's marketplace, and they took it down and said it violated their moral code. And then a couple of items underneath that is a lingerie ad that violated my moral code. It was just that was a well, not really. I kind of enjoyed it, but compared to what I was putting up, in the pose and everything else, the facial features were there, everything. It's a double standard, um, but you see that a lot. A friend of mine that posts ends up in what he calls Facebook jail on a regular basis, and I don't know what he posts. It's so out of the world. I mean, I post some vulgarity once in a while. You know, my friends are used to it. Nobody's complaining about it. It's not public. See, if my posts, for the most part, aren't public. My public posting on Facebook comes from Flounder the Cat's page and JB Bruff's page. Their JB Bruff is a lot of political garbage, and which I haven't posted a lot to since I'm really not upset politically anymore. And the Flounder the Cat is humor, non humor. I mean, every day run, humor that somebody will send me, and I'll share it with the rest of the world and whatnot. And I got a few followers over there, so it's okay. I got a lot of followers. I got about 1,500 followers on Twitter. This goes out to Twitter. All my videos go out to Twitter, Facebook, and Tumblr and whatnot. I just want to see how many people are interested in things that I'm interested in. Um, I sit around all day long and watch television, or I sit outside with my dog and talk to my dog. I did that with my cat. When I had my cat, I would sit in a chair and talk to him, because they saved my lives at one point. They saved my lives a couple of times. I was an alcoholic. I almost committed suicide one time, and my animal saved me. They came to me, and that was a while ago. That's not. Don't worry about it. I'm not suicidal right now. Homicidal, but not suicidal. Let's see. I haven't got anything really going on. I watch the news, and now it's not. There's nobody's posting anything anywhere that's so outrageous. You want to spend 30 minutes talking about it. I'm sure as we get closer to 2022 and whatnot, that and then 2024, that Trump will start popping up again. And that's just going to nauseate me. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to. I'm not sure I'll be talking about that. I may just get off, just disappear, because that's just gonna. He nauseates me, and it's difficult to have a rational discussion about something like that when you're nauseated by the person that's sitting there. Uh, I have projects in the works. I'm trying to get, like I said, I want to get vaccinated. I want to get my wife vaccinated. They ran out of first shot vaccinations. I'm not even sure they're going to have my vaccination. I may have to start this whole process all over again. Um, but I want to come back to the United States for a visit, figuring that it'll be my last visit to the United States. Um, I told people I would move back if I had the money. If I could afford it. I can't afford to live there. I'm not going to live in a shack. I'm not going to live in a one-room apartment with a dog and a wife. That's like, I'd be in jail in a week. I'd be in jail in not a week, a day. One day of that, somebody be dead. So I'm not going to do that. I do have a problem when I work. I have this attention deficit disorder, I think, or something. That's why I do a biography of wood burning, because I have to concentrate so hard on it. Usually, so long as nothing burns out or anything like that, I can keep going until the project is finished. It takes a couple hours to do one of them. These things here. These only take about an hour or so. So it's pretty neat. All right, listen, it's coming up. That's it. That's my 30 minutes. It's coming right up now. So I'm going to say good night, goodbye. We'll talk next week, and maybe you'll have something better to talk about. Not sure. I wish I had my camera working so I could get Antonia up here, because she could probably talk to you better than me. All right. So listen, everybody have a good week, and I'll talk to you next week. All right. Goodbye. Not yet? What do you mean not yet? We're going. We're out of here.